Hello, I'm MJ and I'm your Atlas to Life. Today's tarot card reading is for Cancer signs, Sun, Moon, Rising. Alright, it's going to be super cool. This is a love forecast for your spring and summer this year. All my decks have been shuffled. I've saged my room. I've got my handy dandy oil lantern burning. And we're going to see what you guys have coming for you in love. This is 2021. I'm making this video in April. But I am 100% confident that whenever it finds you, this was meant to be. This is for Cancer signs. This one I feel. By the way, there's kittens in the room. They have learned how to climb on the curtain. I'll try and stop them from time to time because I don't want them doing that at my house, but I like this one. They're just learning how to climb. They're flying. This one fell down. And what do we have here? To start off the reading, this is the core issue. Emotionally, with your feelings, you are celebrating life and enjoying your days, your moments. But there's still a little bit more work to be done when it comes to your romantic love life. Enjoy each little victory, because this tells me in the past this Fool card was the beginning of a cycle for you, and it's almost like you were able to just let go. And in some of the cards they put a blindfold on their face, and the whole point of it is that it's removing the blindfold, not the Fool card. The Fool card is letting go, being able to completely be open and free to what life has to offer you. It's putting the blindfold on and not letting things bother you. That was how you felt in the past. But how you acted in the past was with other people, potentially. You were fighting. This is a cause where this type of fight is something that would go on for a very long time, and nobody ever really wins. And once you realize that, and that there is wands. The Fool card is the spirit element. The wands are the element of fire. It was your driving force. And the core issue here was cups. So your feelings are way more important to you, and how other people in your life are making you feel matters more to you than you're letting on. For the universe's advice for your current present situation, make your desires mean more. Take some time out in your life to satisfy the things that make you feel good. Your passions are also very important. You've always had a firm grip on knowing what makes you go, that you tick. And they're advising you to tell another why this is and how it needs to be. Put a little fire into it. Here we have the Nine of Swords. Look how cool and creepy that card is. I absolutely love it, by the way. It looks like somebody playing hostage or being held hostage, tied up. And they know how to get away. But for this to fall right here in your future attitude, It's like you're going to use all of the divine information and wisdom and these swords to set yourself free. You're going to do the work. It's not going to bother you anymore. Next, we have the Queen of Wands. This card here is in the spot for where this is heading. And how perfect is that? Because you are going to decide to satisfy your passions. It's important. If you're not happy, if you're not doing the things that make you passionate about life and have a lust for life, then nobody in your kingdom is happy. You're going to take that time and go out of your way to fully satisfy all of your passions, all of your burning desires within you. For the future, the advice for the future from the universe, it's the Queen of Swords. So you're going to stand firm to what you believe in. You're going to make it known to everyone else in your life that you're not changing because you've learned these lessons. And you may be able to help them too to learn some very similar lessons. That's the element of air. That's the element of expression. So back here for your future attitude, you're going to really be telling people a lot of the lessons that you've learned and what made you who you are today. This hasn't gone, so much in the direction of a romantic love life. So let's see what happens when we pull some cards from the standard deck here. The Rider-Waite version. Seems to be pretty straightforward for me. First card is the Knight of Wands. So somebody's coming in hot. They want to make themselves, they want you to burn for desire for them, and they don't want to lose their chance. What's getting in the way is your emotions and your feelings and what you picture and have always pictured as your happy place or think of the end of a Disney fairy tale, right? Like your happily ever after. And it may have looked very different to you than what is being offered to you now. Desires, you don't want to lose anything that you've got earned or gained. You're holding on tight and clinging to everything. And you can look at this like the lessons also here. But it can be financial stuff and material things. This one. Oh, I love your resources. Your resources are the Lover's card. So you have this person that's always been tugging at your heart, and the angels have always been guiding you to them. It's not ever going to go away. For this card to fall here, this could be your twin flame. And if that's the case for you, this is a general read. You know who they are. You always have. This one. Wow. So that was the 6. The Lover's card. Well, in the spot for your past, you got to experience a time in your life where you and this other person could just let go and be free and not really care what anybody else thought because you guys made each other feel so great. And you've been remembering this person all along. In the future, if you've been avoiding this person, you might be feeling the bondage. You might be really acknowledging how very chained you are to them. And you really kind of can't let that go because life's going to keep bringing that around for you and pulling you back to them. They're like an addiction. By the way, if you'd like to order a personalized reading, my email address is em3dj3@gmail.com. And I do 3333 reads. I do 1111 reads, whatever your numbers are. I even have a 1-card pull for $1.11 on Etsy. This is your attitude right now. So emotionally, you've worked through a lot of things that were holding you back, and you're celebrating, but you're celebrating a little bit too soon because you haven't actually won. Just knowing it was half the battle. And then for them, they've always been on that straight and narrow path. I feel that the two of you balance each other out, and there's that, like you guys are Cancer signs, there's that crab, and it's a very cleansing element here. Creature in the water, forcing the way that has always been guided to that other person. We have the sun and the moon represented here, so it's definitely a yin and a yang balance, divine feminine and divine masculine, and it's always been a little bit confusing to them, but they're beginning to figure it out. For your hopes and fears, they were your world. You've always been dreaming about them, but you were kind of afraid of like what would happen. Would it be the same as it was back then if you guys got together now? Lastly, the progression and where this is heading. First, we have the Knight of Pentacles. So there's messages of, I'm doing really good and I can satisfy all your needs and take care of everybody right now, materially. For the two of you, bodily. Somebody might be telling the other person. And they're saying, think of all of the possibilities. You know, we can make this work out. If we can just really pay attention, then we can choose the right route. And we can both be emotionally satisfied. Because we really have a lot to work with. It was very important to you guys back then. And it wasn't something that you just wanted to let go. Sorry about my allergies. Sorry about the kittens in the room. This person is your Queen of Wands. These cards do not mean gender specific, you know, stuff. So it's the only person who's going to be able to satisfy your desires and make you and your family happy. And it's the only person who ever maybe did make your family happy over the years. I would like to recommend that you also watch your rising and moon signs, because I find when I watch all three of mine, with these being general readings, that sometimes there's a lot of key points that come out that I wouldn't have got if I just watched my main sign. Okay, from the Aleister Crowley deck, we get the Queen of Discs here. Let's see what we get. This deck too. It's the King of Pentacles, another coin or disc or pentacle. Oh, this one's popping out too. Princess of Wands. We can use it. The more the merrier. Next, the Ten of Pentacles, another pentacle. All of these are pentacles or discs or coins. That's very interesting. I think you two could be very good together. Maybe you've learned some lessons over the years and now you're ready. Maybe you weren't back then. Here's a channel message. This one's sticking out. And then let's do 2 numbers. You know, little tiny cards, it's so weird to shuffle them. I mean, they're already shuffled, but like to pull from them. Ooh, I like that. Number 33, that's my favorite number. Queen, taking care of her family. Discs. There's a ram on this card. Could be a fire sign. This person sat on their throne with the whole world in their hands, and they turned their back to it. And they chose something that was more financially productive, or where they had a little bit more control over their finances. But then the King of Pentacles comes in here. And so over the years, this person may have really worked really hard to do well financially, because they knew that that would be, like, them not being very good at finances was why they ended up not being together back then. Oh, this one wasn't Pentacles. It was Wands. And this one's all about the Prince of Wands. And the Princess of Wands is reaching for the stars. Well, that would be up in the air, the divine feminine. Well, the Prince of Wands is alternatively the divine masculine, has everything that person needs down here on the ground. The root structures of meeting the desires of the other person. That lion and all that fire. I have to leave it so vague with these general readings, and it's hard to explain it all, because it's not really for everybody if you say it all. But this Ten of Pentacles here shows that the two of you together can be very productive, and maybe over the years everything that you've been working for was leading to what you can grow now. And this isn't just financial stuff. It's not security. It's also, I mean, it's a legacy. So you may have some children together or something like that, or some really solid foundations from the past. But it's also this bodily stuff, and it's, you guys can really have a lot of lust for each other. And I mean, I know it's not the Wands, but I'm fully getting on right. Like with this Ten of Pentacles, that everything that you've ever wanted could come through, and you can take that to, you know, basically your grave, which is, you know, long ways off, but nobody cares. You need to get it now so you can be happy in your lifetime together. Here's the channeled message from the cards that I've created myself. This one says, I'm being guided and directed to you. The signs are overwhelming. They are everywhere. So maybe they want to forget about you, or you've tried to forget about them, but it was not something that you could ever really do, because they've been such a substantial part of your entire, I think, like adult existence. They helped you grow up and see some things. The number 17, the fish. This one's been coming up a lot. The fish is the emblem of riches through stacks. Invest in this relationship here. And then the number 33 is the clover leaf. The clover leaf is a bearer of good tidings. It's not near clouds. The next part doesn't make any sense, or doesn't apply. And it doesn't lie near any of those other numbers. So for you, it's just a bearer of good tidings. I like that. Good tidings to come. It makes me think of like New Year's or Christmas. Good tidings. Might be when this is all coming into fruition for you. But you're going to know about this ahead of time. You're going to know about it this spring and this summer. You're already thinking about it now. And you're just trying to find a way to bear that fruit. I don't feel a lot of sudden moves. I think it's going to be something that's going to be a little bit slow in coming. But I do think there's communication going on already. All right, stay grateful, stay thankful, and stay blessed. Because when we live like that, it's great for the whole entire collective. We're healing the world. We're cleansing our planet. Waves of purity, love, and light. So, peace from me, MJ. I'm your Atlas to Life. Email me for a personalized reading, em3dj3@gmail.com. We'll have to schedule it because I'm staying very busy these days. And if you just want to pay it forward without getting a reading, you can go to my PayPal. It's the same, em3dj3. Visit my Etsy store. Follow me on all my groups. I have a page. Also on Facebook, I have 3 Instagram names and sites. And I also have an Etsy store. And just like this video and subscribe to my channel. You won't miss anything if you do that. It's all pretty wonderful and great. Thanks for watching, Cancer signs. You have a lot to look forward to. I think you've been working for a really long time towards this outcome. And I'm super happy for you. It's going to be great. Peace, love, and namaste from me, MJ. I'm your Atlas to life. I'm out.